And so can you talk a bit about how you approach working with each client as a functional practitioner? Do you do much prescribing of supplements to support the body, or is your approach more nutrition focused? Like where do you sit with that?
It's both, actually.
Yeah.
So I try and use as many, as many tools as I can. So I
Yeah.
can prescribe supplements. I obviously use nutrition as a big one since I'm a nutritionist. Yeah, and lifestyle factors, as I mentioned before, the sleep, the stress management, all of those things. I think it's all important.
Yeah.
And in terms of an approach, I guess my general approach is focused on what I call the 5 Cs, which is to create, care, calm, clear, and cultivate. And so create is about really the 5 pillars of wellness, but it's just a different way of putting it. So creating a kind of anti-inflammatory diet and lifestyle protocol,
Yeah.
which can have lots of commonalities between individuals, but is also targeted at particular individuals and what their body needs, whether they have deficiencies, whether they have intolerances that we need to talk about. Care is about caring for the gut.
Yeah.
Calm is about calming the nervous system, which is often a big component of chronic illness, and particularly mold illness, where the nervous system is overactive and is kind of preventing recovery or full recovery. Clear is about clearing toxins, which is obviously a big piece in mold illness. And cultivate is about cultivating body awareness, which I think, again, is really important for particularly in mold illness, and recognizing the signs without being obsessive, I guess.
It's a fine line, yeah.
It is a fine line, it is. But yeah, I think even without the mold piece, just being aware of what your body's telling you. And, I know myself, when I suffered from chronic fatigue, it was very important that I listened to the signs of, whether I, where the line was, where I really had to stop. Otherwise, I would suffer significantly in the following few days. So, yeah, the cultivate part is really an overarching theme. It's not like the 5th step, if that makes sense. I'm trying to teach that the whole way through.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really think that the length of time that we spend on each really depends on the client and their symptoms and their root causes. So, for example, with mold, obviously the clear phase is going to be quite important, but that doesn't take away the need for the create, care, and calm phases beforehand, because what I find is one of the biggest kind of issues that I see is that people are going straight to detox, and with a body that can't cope with detox right now, if that makes sense. So, building up resilience with those 5 pillars of wellness and doing a little bit of gut work and nervous system work can be really effective in helping with that detox. But yeah, for me, I guess the idea is to work simultaneously on those basics while also investigating root causes. I think that's the most important thing. Don't just try and, minimize symptoms, but figure out why the symptoms are happening in the first place, which I think is a big something that's missed a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah. I know in my own journey, there was decades wasted of just Band-Aid treatments. And it was only once I figured out the core issue that I was able to finally start, getting better.
Absolutely.
I kind of wish that I had the guidance of someone like you, because at the start there, I was very gung-ho, like, right, I'm going to get these toxins out. I'm just going to go. And, and I've had friends do the same, where they've just taken all the meds and done all the things and trying to flush it really quickly and gotten really, really sick and had this collateral damage.
Absolutely.
So it's important to get in touch with what your body's trying to tell you.
It is.
Before you begin.
And it's hard to, I think, coming at it from a patient as I was, and the same like you're talking about for yourself, you just want to feel better, right? So you kind of just want to just jump to that final stage.
Because you're like, finally, I figured it out.
Yeah, that's right.
And then, yeah, you just want to be better and get your life back. So it is very hard to pace yourself.
It is.
Yeah, it sounds like a really nice approach that you take.